What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, and we're going to be rocking the TAR 21 in this footage here. I gotta say, Modern Warfare 2, even though it was pretty much a 50-50 game for a lot of people, despite its popularity and the sales that it actually brought in, I think this game was really dang fun. It has its moments where you run into very obnoxious players who abuse the toxicity that this game was all about, but when you get those good lobbies, I'm telling you, the feelings that this game produces are unmatchable. Still to this day, I can grind out Modern Warfare 2 game after game after game after game and have an absolute blast. This is one of those games that truly gave me the love that I have today for the Infinity Ward development team and all of their introductions into the Call of Duty franchise. But I do have a quick little question for you guys. Which Modern Warfare game is your favorite? I gotta say, I think I'm going to stick with Modern Warfare 2, but I know a ton of people always lean more towards Modern Warfare 3, saying it's a more polished off version of Modern Warfare 2, and I completely agree. I think Modern Warfare 3 is phenomenal, and also Call of Duty 4 is just absolutely goated, but something about Modern Warfare 2, I don't know if it's just because it had some of the best toxic S&D games you could ever play, or just the absolute nuke fest of a game that it was, because of, the simplicity of getting a Harrier, chopper gunner, and a nuke completely lined up. I don't know what it is about it, but man, it was such a phenomenal title. But ladies and gentlemen, I was going ahead and scrolling through the subreddit for Battlefield 2042, and I saw a fantastic post over there. Truly, shining some light on the topic of DICE not being completely in the wrong here. As much as we bash 2042 and as much as we talk crap about this game, the developers actually did a few things correct here. They put some implementations into this game that were next level to the point that I think that the $6 price tag is definitely worth it because of these reasons. Now, if you look over here from 2042 a refund on Reddit, they go ahead and put this post saying, "This sub refuses to recognize the great things in this game." And then they go on to list the reasons, number one being, tell me another AAA game that has 0 hackers. DICE solved that. Number two, tell me another AAA game that has 0 toxicity over VoIP. DICE solved that, baby. Number three, tell me another AAA game that saved you time at the end of the match by not showing you the scoreboard so you can insta-queue into Hourglass. DICE solved that. Facts 2042 refund. You absolutely nailed it. Again, like I said, we talk so much crap about these developers, but at the end of the day, we have to be thankful. They have solved a lot of problems that that we, the community, have suffered for countless amounts of years. But with all jokes aside, it's very true. This is probably one of the most dead AAA games I've ever touched. And Twitch numbers don't really do the game too much justice, because Battlefield was never really too big of a Twitch streaming game. Yes, people have grown their platforms on there, but it usually doesn't touch the numbers of, any BR or, the Call of Duty 6v6 experiences, and those haven't been doing too outstanding either when it comes to, the Twitch views. But Battlefield was never very dominant with live streams. It does great with YouTube videos, and it just simply does great with players, their fan base, their core audience of individuals who absolutely love the Battlefield vibes these games produce. So going off of Twitch views, unlike other games, which it could be a useful stat, for Battlefield, it isn't really. But actual player counts, as we see on Steam as it decreases every single day, and now pretty much every single Battlefield game out there between Battlefield 4, 5, and 1, are all more popular than Battlefield 2042 right now. I mean, shoot, Battlefield 5, one of the most hated Battlefield games in the whole franchise, one of the worst ones that we've ever gotten, is more populated, has pretty much 2 to 3 times the player count at all times over Battlefield 2042. The game is truly dead. Hence why I think me personally, and a ton of other people out there as well, have never pretty much run into any cheaters on this title. Cheaters tend to go more towards the direction of popular games, something like Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite, games that are popping off where, you could possibly potentially win money in tournaments, or just, become popular on a social media platform or anything of that sort. That's usually where cheaters tend to go. A game like Battlefield 2042, let's be real here, over half the time you're versing bots. If cheaters wanted to use their cheats against bots, they can go into a private match. No, they bought their cheats to verse real people. It's a complete scumbag move, obviously, but that's just what they do. So obviously, they are not going to be playing Battlefield 2042. It's kind of comical to me, because when this game was being released in its initial trailer, people were hyping the living hell out of it. It was one of the most popular, most talked about games out. You would think people would be pouring in trying to get their experiences, fulfilled, but nobody is in the game. I mean, the benefit of this, no cheaters, but I guess, at the end of the day, you're pretty much only playing 24/7 private matches. And the second point here, with the zero toxicity over voice chat, DICE solved that? Yeah, I guess they have solved that. There is not much toxicity within this game. You can pretty much only talk to your teammates. There's no all chat. There's no voice chat. And even in this current update where they promised it would be voice chat and a scoreboard, there's still no voice chat. So I guess they fixed the toxicity, but this is it's no reason for those to be real here. Once again, I understand it's all comedy, it's just a joke, but man, it hurts so bad to see DICE trying to solve the toxicity with voice chat, which this is obviously all around, I can't think of any other reason why they wouldn't have voice chat implemented, unless they're trying to think of a workaround to avoid toxic players. You have to understand there's no way around it. People have been trying to solve this. Rainbow Six Siege has tried to solve this for ages with their text chat. I mean, used to say like the simplest little things in text chat and it will auto ban your account. I mean, people have been trying to resolve this for ages. It's impossible. The only thing you could do if you want to go ahead and play online gaming is just grow thicker skin. And if you're a parent, don't allow your kids to play online gaming. If it's a rated M game, or even in general, if you know the player base, just do a little research. Do a little research into the game that you're buying for your children. That's it if you want to avoid toxic voice chat. But for DICE, once again, to be our parents, to act like they're our father or our mother, and they're saying, oh yeah, no voice chat for everybody up in here, because we have to solve this ourselves. Screw you, DICE. Seriously, screw you. Who are you to tell me who I can and cannot talk to in this game, all to avoid toxicity? If they can't handle toxicity, get out. I mean, that's what gaming has always been about, to be honest with you. Back in the day, like you're watching right here, Modern Warfare 2, S&D was the most toxic thing on the face of this earth. But once again, it helped people, individuals, not just in real life, but also in the gaming world, grow thicker skin and actually, not be I'm sorry for the language, but be a bitch. And the last point here I have to go ahead and discuss, truly, because it just blows my mind, the incompetence of this development team. They go ahead and they finally add in a normal scoreboard. But after the game, you can't look at it. When you're in, the end game screen and you're looking at the map overview and stuff like that while you're leaving to go back to the main menu, you can't look at it at all. And also, there's no after game report. So when you're sitting in the main menu, you can't even see your stats of the previous game. Now, in the joke here, they're saying, oh yeah, they skip it out and all that stuff to push you straight into, the next match of Hourglass, which I think is hilarious because that's completely true. But the thing that I'm most pissed off about is that they are more willing to stick to their guns and force these corny, stupid, ridiculous endgame taunting screens where they have all these specialists come out with their stupid catchphrases and an apocalypse that's going on now. Of all things, it just makes absolutely no sense. They refuse to remove that. But they remove the scoreboard, which actually shows information that we care about. We don't care if Angel does it again. I care to see how everybody played. I want to see how my team held up against the enemy team. I want to see my stats. I want to see if I improved from the previous game, if I improved from my previous week. I want to just be a better player. And anybody who wants to become a better player needs to record and look at their stats so they can visually see what's going wrong, and then they can, calculate everything and fix their strategy the next game. If I can't see my stats, I don't know how I did. And the only way to see your stats is to see the scoreboard while you're in the action. Which, once again, more than likely you're probably going to forget because you're in the action! You're not supposed to be looking at the scoreboard while you're in the action. You're supposed to be focusing on the game. It makes... I don't know what to say, man. It's just mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. I never thought out of all games. This is indie developer crap, right? Not even indie developer. This is like Not even a one-man team. It's like a bunch of mice got together and put together this piece of garbage game. It makes no sense. How did they do this? How were they actually sitting down and they came up with this plan in order to implement their scoreboard and to have no voice chat, to kill off their player base because crossplay can't be used without the voice chat, and same thing with Hazard Zone, completely killed off a whole game mode, and then killing off the whole game in general and having nothing but bots and AI filling up every single lobby. Complete, utter incompetence. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and that notification button. Also, on chat me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both on the down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Like that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.